Well, hello everyone, and welcome to Shelley's Kitchen. So today, I thought I would share with you I guess kind of a southern dish, but it's a healthy way to cook cabbage. And some of you have known it to be called fried cabbage. One of the things that I've realized is a lot of times we overcook our vegetables as we take the nutrients out. And a really good friend of mine, her name is Nettie, lives in Florida, and she knows who she is. She's the one that showed me how to make this very, very simple, delicious, and yet healthy recipe. So you don't need very much, quite frankly. All you need is cabbage, and I've actually already sliced it in half, and where I'm going to show you how I go about slicing it in strips. So you've got your cabbage. You're going to need some butter, and I use real butter because natural real butter processes through the body much easier. So your body can digest butter better than it can margarine. And margarine is artificial, so you need your butter. And then you also need some black pepper. I use iodized sea salt, so you've got your sea salt. And then we're also, if you would like, you're going to use a pinch of sugar. Okay? So to get started, I've actually heated up the pan, and I'm going to go on and put my butter in the pan. So I'm going to just slice it up. It's heated so it can start going. And then I'm also going to ask my husband, because I realized I forgot to get some water. I'm going to ask my wonderful husband to get me a little bit of water, and I'm going to show you how much to get. So I've got now let's say four pieces. You can get the water from the sink, honey. Just a quarter of a cup. That's my assistant over there. So this is real-time taping. This is really Shelley's Kitchen. Okay, so I just put like four slices, and you can just put it right there. Now, with your cabbage, just make sure you take off the outer leaves of it. And it's kind of one of those things, some people try to get organic, but some vegetables and fruits already have a natural coating, so I don't usually do organic where my cabbage is concerned. So if you can notice, I'm actually slicing it fairly thin. Make sure you get rid of that inside piece. So I'm going to cut that away and just pull that right out, just like so. And you notice I'm just kind of rotating this side, and then I do the next side, and keep slicing. And this makes a nice, pretty large size pan. And you really want to serve this or cook this a little right before you're going to start eating it. So again, you just take that, break the pieces up like I'm doing here. And I've got the heat, I turned it up a little bit just to get it started, but keep the heat like on medium is the best way. And here again, I'm just breaking it up, getting it in there. Again, this is going to be really, really delicious. Just break it up like that. My friend Nettie's going to be really proud of me for mastering her recipe. So just kind of do it like that. And again, you've got that butter simmering on the bottom. And then this is where I just take my other little pieces. Then you take your pepper, and you're going to be pretty generous. You know, if you like a lot of pepper, you can just go. You can see how I'm doing. I'm just sprinkling it right on around. Then you want to take your salt. Being, not too salty, just enough, if you can see. But one thing I'm going to have to warn you in my cooking, and this is the difference between following a recipe versus really learning how to cook. My dad never taught me how to do a tablespoon of this or a cup of that. A lot of things that I do is actually just kind of a pinch of this, a dab of that. So that's one of my little secrets, I guess. Now you might notice I actually use the raw sugar because it is, again, healthier for you. It's not bleached. And I'm just going to take a pinch of it. You don't need any more than that. Just a pinch of sugar if you want it. And then we're going to add just a little bit of water. So Curtis put a quarter of a cup. I probably used about a half of that. And then you're just going to take your spatula, make sure everything's kind of tossed around like so. And this is one of those dishes that actually needs to just sit a little while. So I'm going to add just another 2 thin slices of butter on top. Remember, I have the heat on medium. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to cover it. And guess what? The rest is going to be up to the cabbage. So we're going to let that simmer for a little bit, and I'll talk with you for a minute or two because what I'm going to do is I want you to see the texture. So let's talk a little bit about the texture of the cabbage so that you can maintain most of the nutrients. If you overcook it, again, a lot of us that were born in the South, or parents came from the South, we're used to stuff being cooked really, really well. I don't keep the cabbage such that it's crunchy. It's not crunchy, but it's not soggy either. And I think you're really going to love this recipe. I tend not to stir it. Excuse me. There's real time. There's pepper. So I tend not to stir it, and I just kind of let it simmer a little bit. And then sometimes I just take it, and you're going to be careful with this as I might move it around just a little bit. But I really want the steam and the heat to kind of cook itself because it doesn't take very long at all. So we're going to keep that there. So again, things to remember: get yourself real butter. There are some products out there that have butter and olive oil. That works great as well. The butter is good, but like I said, it's better for you than margarine. Now, if you're watching your cholesterol, remember, follow doctor's orders. I may be a doctor, but I'm not a physician. And so if your doctor says no butter, you can't say, Shelley said it's better for me. I would say it's better for you than margarine. That's artificial, but certainly follow doctor's orders, okay? Your doctor, not this doctor. So I'm just taking a look at it, and it's looking really good. I am gonna now, and that was just a few minutes, as you can see, and I'm just gonna toss it around, and you can kind of see how it's starting to look just great. So all you have to do, and that's a quick and simple way of making fried cabbage. So it looks good. Trust me, it's going to taste delicious. You're going to let it stay on. Again, cook it to the tenderness you like. Don't overcook it though. But as you can see, this is basically done. My husband and I like it just so. So I'm probably going to leave it in just a little bit longer, just for good measure, but quite honestly, it's pretty much done. And you're wanting the liquids to have dried up on the bottom. I still have a few liquids in there, so that's why I'm going to keep it on just a little bit. Then I'm going to take this a little closer to the video so you can kind of get a sense for how delicious it looks. So there you go. Today, we made fried cabbage. Do you see how fast that was? It was delicious, it's healthy, and oh my God, it's so simple. So until next week, have a great one. Bye-bye.